Hi, how's everyone? Thanks for coming back. Hello and welcome if you're new. I didn't have anything really scheduled for today. So while I was cleaning up the table and rearranging, I shuffled up the fairy deck and they kind of wanted to talk. So let's do a fairy reading. Hang on, let me just adjust the brightness here. Okay. We'll see what the fairies have to say. Now, the fairies function in the 4D. That's one vibration higher than us, but one vibration lower than the divine. So some of their symbolism and stuff is going to be very dreamy, very symbolic. They can be kind of erratic energy, and they're very spiritual. They can be very playful. They can be very stern. We'll see what the fairies have to say. This is the Fairy Oracle deck by Brian Froud. And so I dealt out three and then got the bottom of the deck for some added interpretation. And then I think I'm going to get some clarification with the other deck. So far, I'm getting the feeling there are some, see now, like I told you, this is on a much more spiritual energy than the other decks. So bear with me. If you resonate with it, I hope that you will get the messages that you need to receive for your highest good. Now, I don't have anything here that really designates that this is a love situation, but I am feeling the energy of two souls here. That's over there. There's something here about. First, we got Lace the Moon's daughter. She's one of the sphinxes. There's two. And the sphinxes, they guard the gateways to a next level. Okay, so we're right here at the precipice, at the portal of a new cycle. Something is ending. We are in the autumn. Things are wrapping up. The harvest time is here, and that's not just symbolic. That's um, we're in an energy of preserving what has come to fruition and purging what didn't work. We're coming towards a new moon, a full moon cycle. I mean, there's a lot of energy here about wrapping things up. Okay. Lace the Moon's daughter, she comes in a little playful. She does have a little smirk on her face, and she's kind of got her hand under her chin with a little smile, and she's waiting for your answer. Okay? The key here is she's coming in sweet with, and she's saying, I have a riddle for you. But she's also saying, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. But she's playful about it. It's like almost comical to her that you're not getting it. Um, and what she means is, what they're showing me is you're not getting the symbols that they're sending you. Okay? The symbols represent the lesson and the question and everything. Okay? So when she's like, when you get to me, you have all the they're showing me visual like symbolism. She's saying you have all the clues, but you're still not getting it. And she's kind of like giggling about it, like, oh, you're still not getting it. But you have to answer me in order to move forward. Now she's looking straight over here at the Lady of the Harvest. This is definitely Virgo energy, fall energy. This is the Empress energy. Remember, in this deck, the energies are a little bit different because this is a different vibration. So this Lady of the hang on, let me show you first Lace the Moon's daughter. There she is, peering off into the future, waiting for your answer so that you can go through the portal to the next level. I feel like it's a prep moment because the portal isn't quite here yet. You're not, the doorway isn't ready to go through yet, but you're here and she's asking you, okay, did you get all the lessons? Did you understand the lessons? Because I'm going to ask you a riddle in a minute. Here with the Lady of the Harvest, it's very Empress like energy. We got a lot of gold coloring in this card, which represents like the fall and how the trees turn gold and brown. And this is accepting the gift of letting go. There's a completion here. Like I said, with autumn here, the growing season is completed. This is um I feel like the number nine, almost the end of a cycle, right? But you're right here. You're at the door. Now nature is running its course. Okay. There's a completion here. You're reaping your rewards and you're releasing what didn't work. There's an acceptance here of change so that you can release and rest. Okay. That's part of the question. That's part of the question. She's like, what are you ready to release? You're done. You're here. What are you ready to release? Next to her, we've got the Oakman. And the Oakman is very slow, ancient energy. Okay? This card is the reason that I feel like there's two souls here. Because this card, if you look at it this way, there's a face. If you turn it upside down, there's also another face. And there's the mouth where the mind should be. And when you flip it over, there's the mind where the mouth should be, right? So I feel like these are two souls who are mirroring each other. I heard mirroring each other in a time of harvest or a time of completion. Mirroring each other in a time of completion. I hope I remember that. Maybe I'll make that the title. Um, this is the kind of 5D connection where they're thinking about each other at the same time, right? This may be energy that doesn't really interact all the time, but they're still connected by soul tie. Okay, because what they're showing me is what one thinks one will say, and what one wants to say the other one will think. If that makes sense, I hope that resonates with someone. It's like they're of two minds, of two mouths, but they're in sync. But it's like this only happens when they're in a meditative state, when they're sleeping, when they're thinking of each other, when they're quiet, um, when they're not thinking. It's, that alpha state you enter when you do something repetitive and you kind of like meditate yourself into a trance or whatever. It's like when they're quiet, they connect. The mind connects and the heart connects, and they're like in each other's heads. Okay. The reason I feel like it's when they're quiet is because we have the sage here, and the sage represents the hermit. The hermit is going within and being quiet in order to reconnect with the higher self. Okay, so when they do that, they can feel each other, they can hear each other, they think like each other. Um, they may even giggle, like make a joke to themselves, but it's really the other person. I can't. It's deep. Okay, it's like they're little kids communicating on the can with the string, but that can with the string is in their mind, in their mind. Yeah, the sage, yeah, is the hermit, but he is, look at he is so intent on what he's doing. But this is also like Odin energy, god, the one who hung himself on the tree and gave up his eye for knowledge. So this representation of the sage, he's got one eye looking forward and one eye is white. And it could symbolize that it's when they look inward, like that eye is pointed inward, or that eye is blank because it sees beyond the physical. Okay, that's why I feel like when they're in a meditative state, when that attention is pointed inward, that's when they can connect. So underlace the moon's daughter, this giggly little sphinx energy here with the riddle, we've got a really great card. We've got the fairy godmother. She comes in just in the nick of time with a gift, a wish. And it's like Her energy is like, here it is, this is what you asked for. She's carrying a gold orb and a silver orb. That's the balance between masculine and feminine, the sun and the moon. And she's here right underneath the moon's daughter. So I believe she's bringing in some kind of good luck in regards to deep emotion. Okay. Underneath the Lady of the Harvest, we've got the Fawn. Now, the Fawn was always a really tough card for me to interpret until I realized that because it's a natural, it's, ugh, sorry about the stuttering. Its message is you have to ground yourself and realign yourself with nature. And to me, that kind of always felt like, yeah, okay, go, yeah, touch grass, right? I could never really process it any deeper than that. Um, Even though I love being out in nature, but the idea of, oh, if you just do this and go put your feet in the dirt and you'll feel so much better, and I'm like, ma'am, I need medication. It's gonna be way more. I'll need a lot more than putting my toes in dirt for anything in this head to be right. So I could never really interpret those woo woo. Oh, if you just reconnect with nature, blah, blah, blah. But I finally meditated enough on this card where the message really is when we can reconnect with our true nature, our deep selves, then we have access to our magic. So when the cards were saying if you just reconnect with nature, you can reconnect with magic. And it's like, yeah, okay, Witch Hazel. I wasn't really open to that kind of, even though I am a witch, but I, I don't know, it just seems so woo woo to me. Until I realized it wasn't just the natural world, it was our natural selves. When you can realign with your natural self, your higher self, your true purpose, your true desires, you will unlock the the you will unlock a way to gain access to your true magic, okay? And that translates to being able to manifest things here in the 3D for yourself, all right? So this the fawn underneath the Lady of the Harvest, it's saying she's asking what are you ready to release because it's the cycle's almost complete, right? And the fawn is saying um when you can realign with your own nature, this is wisdom and magic of the natural world. When you can realign yourself with your own nature, you can open up this magic. So we're gonna get some clarity on these in groups here. We're gonna do Lace the Moon's Daughter and the Fairy Godmother. So Lace is reminding us that there's going to be a riddle to figure out, and I think it has to do because she's looking right at the Lady of the Harvest. But the Fairy Godmother has come in and saying that I believe this helpful lesson, this helpful gift, the small gift, it almost comes from nowhere. It's grace and helpful lessons. It's a little nudge. It's like you catch a break on something, so there may be some enlightenment coming in about um, some deep symbolism. You have to connect to your higher self, the unknown shadow image. Yeah, so you got to be true to what. Yeah, you got to be true to yourself. And Lisa's like, "Did you get it yet?" Because the fairy godmother's here. Like, I've got the gift you asked for. It's right on time. Take your pick. And also they always want me to remind you when the fairy godmother comes out to say thank you. Say thank you. So I have the King of Cups here, but on the back side. So this may be somebody who is still very, very protective of their emotions. The King of Cups is Pisces energy. Um, this is somebody who has been to the depths. Okay, this is somebody who has done the inner work, the hard inner work, the emotional inner work. He has gone to those depths. And think of the three levels of the ocean, the deep ocean and water. You've got the tide pools and the coastline, right? That's Cancer energy. That rules things that wash in and wash out. The tide pool animals come to life when the moon is out and the tide comes in. That's Cancer energy. Okay. The rivers and lakes, the active water, the transformative water, that's Scorpio energy. But the deep ocean, we're talking Marianas Trench, anglerfish, frill sharks, coelacanths, all of the things in the deep that are alien and could frighten us and overwhelm us because it's crushing down there. That's the Pisces energy. They are made to be down in those depths. The King of Cups has been there and ruled it. And the key to his energy is that he is now master of those emotions, not their servant. It's not that he doesn't, he does all the right, he acknowledges them. He can control them. He can function in their presence. I mean, he's got it, right? He's got it covered, but he doesn't let them rule him anymore. Okay? On the this card coming out on the back side is telling you that it's now safe to allow those feelings a little more power. Okay? And again, laced is saying, do you get it yet? Do you get it yet? This could be a masculine Pisces energy coming in, male or female. It doesn't matter. Pisces is a feminine energy, but there are men Pisces, so that, you know, it doesn't matter if it's man or woman, it's the energies. This could be feminine energy and a masculine Pisces energy, or somewhere in their chart. Or if this is resonating with you, this is just saying that you have the opportunity to be playful again, to be loving again, open your heart again, allow those waters to really move you again. Okay? If we can get Lady of the Harvest and the Fawn, please. When you tap into your natural state, you will tap into your magic. And then Lady of the Harvest saying, what are you prepared to release? Because you're at the end of some cycle. We're at a completion here. Thank you. Okay, Paige. Oh no, it's the Fool. Well, hi. Yeah. What did I say about being at the beginning of a new cycle? Because something's ending with this autumn energy here, wrapping things up and looking towards a new cycle. I love that. Now, it kind of came out flippied upside down, but I didn't read reversals in this deck, but let's see how this plays out. This is bold and going forward, blind with a leap of faith, no baggage and no expectations. That baggage always stands out to me. You can't go into a new cycle carrying the crap from the old. Okay, so this like the Lady of the Harvest was saying, what are you prepared to release? And what are you prepared to keep? Because what the Fool goes forward with is the basics. The one wand, one sword, one cup, one pentacle. All in his satchel, attached to the Ace of Wands, and he's ready to go forward. Okay? So go forward with just the basics. And I think once you really clean, they said cleaning house in inner house cleaning. There's a lot of, they're showing me cobwebs, that could be old beliefs, old habits, old patterns. We do have moon energy here. Old restrictions, Old ways of thinking. They're telling me those old ways of thinking are exactly what I was describing before. Like, well, I don't know, but go touch grass. That's all you want me to do. And it's like, yes, it is deeper than that. That's why it's such a barrier here. It's deeper than that. But you got to open the door and allow yourself to feel that deeper. When you can do that, you will find that you will be able to purge things that you no longer need in this new cycle. Okay, King of Cups here. It's okay to open up. The Fool, ready to move on to something brand new. But you have to tap into your true nature in order to access that. And then look at that. The Six of Wands, success. Okay, and that comes here. Oh, I love that. That comes here on the Oakman and the Sage. Success. Hermit energy. And then the Oakman. I don't think they have a... Let me see here. See what's true. Deep ancient wisdom. Okay. Oh. Okay. Consider things carefully. Consider things carefully. This also had the message that age, if I'm reading this correctly, now I have terrible eyes, but if I'm reading this correctly, it's saying age has a penance. So it's a warning to not take too long. I mean, the Oakmen are slow energy, so that's earth energy. And I'm feeling heavy Taurus and Virgo in this energy because we've got Virgo here with the Sage. We've got Taurus here with the Empress, the Queen of the Harvest. And then both together feels like the Oakmen. We've got some water energy, Cancer, Pisces. Fairy Godmother, I believe, is Aquarius energy. And then I feel a little Leo energy with the Six of Wands. That could be Moon Leo. So we've got the King of Cups, the Fool, and Success. I love this. It's a little bit difficult for me to interpret this one because, like I said, that 4D energy is very, very fluid. Give me more on the success of this connection, please. One more on the success of this connection. That Hermit energy, when you go inward to gain you go inward to consult. I heard consult your higher self. There's that connection, and then there's success here. So can I... the Two of Cups. Holy crap. Recognition. Oh. Oh, love, blessings, connection, out in the open. That's the key with that King of Cups in the reverse. Whereas they always keep their emotions closed up because they're not going to let them rule them, right? But in the reverse, it's saying it is safe, good king, to open your heart because the gift is here. The fairy godmother brought it. The gift. It's if you're resonating that the King of Cups is somebody else, then it's the fairy godmother saying, "Here he is." Right? This is what you wanted. Here he is. Now it's safe for you to open your heart. Okay? Or this could be, here he is. He is now ready to open his heart. Okay? But there's that Lace the Moon's daughter going, do you have it yet? Did you get the symbolisms yet? Do you know the answer to this riddle yet? Because you're ready to move on. You've got the Fool here with the Lady of the Harvest and the Fawn. Okay, this is moving on to some brand new and enthusiastically. Like, I don't care where the precipice goes, I'm jumping now, right? But you have success here with the Two of Cups. I love this because, like I said, they're in each other's head and they connect when they're quiet. Gosh, that's so sweet. King of Cups is making a leap of faith. Six of Wands of success with the Two of Cups of recognition. Somebody is finally coming to the recognition that there is that deep bond. Okay? Just for curiosity, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of freaking Cups, and the Magician. I love it. It's like once you tune into your true nature, um, once you once you tune into your true nature and open up that connection, it's like you're gonna see the symbols all over the place that it's finally here. Okay? But like I said with the Queen of the Lady of the Harvest, what are you prepared to release from the old cycle in order to earn your way forward? Because that's what the Sphinxes do. They test you to see if you are ready to go forward to the new cycle, to the new chapter. Okay? Now this King of Cups is here at standing in front of the Sphinx, and she's like, okay, do you get it yet? And his test is he willing to release control? Is he willing to open his heart to this new step, to this new chapter? Because the connection is there. Okay? It's deep and it's old, I heard. It's deep and it's old. Hang on, I can take a drink. I had incense burning, I had sage burning. Oh, now I'm dry. Okay, it's old. And they connect when they're quiet. And maybe the masculine is starting to wake up to that. Because I think the feminine is already there. I think she's already there waiting. But the masculine, I think, is taking a little more time. They always do. Don't they always just? They always fucking do. Oh, but then you've got the Six of Wands and the Two of Cups. Like, are you serious? Right? Success with this recognition. That's the word there. Recognition. In soulmate energy, when two soulmates recognize each other, everything falls into place, right? What was I saying earlier about how one will think something and the other will say? Or vice versa, or they can sense each other's thoughts, even though I don't feel that this is a connection that's active physically. I think it's just right now in the 5D. They're like on each other's psychic radar, okay? But if you just tune in, that's what the fawn is saying. Tune into your higher self, because the sage also rules tuning into your higher self. See, with the sage's eye, he's seen forward and within, okay? And with the oak men, there also is mirroring there. So I feel like I was saying, when one is concentrating inward, the connection goes live. So then here, once they realize it and bring that energy into the 3D, manifest that, you did have the Magician here underneath on the bottom of the deck, fourth card down, you did have the Magician. So there is a manifestation energy available to come to awaken to the connection. Oh, I love that. Should we get a Oh yeah, let's get an ancestor oracle message and then I'll wrap this up. Ancestor oracle message for the collective. That's the moon, but is it the moon? Oh, the drum. Should we? Dream and journey. See, what did I say? They connect to each other. The journey towards each other starts in the dream state when they go within. And that, coincidentally, in the dream state is when you can find all that symbolism that the moon's daughter is talking about. All the clues. That's what I heard, all the clues. Now, the drum hasn't come out in a long, long time. So I'm definitely listening to this message. You know what? That's really interesting because when I was looking for some meditative videos to listen to, like, while I'm sleeping, I was like, something told me to look for drumming. I didn't end up finding one that night, but it's interesting that that's coming back around. Drumming, the rhythm of the drumming. I think I overheard some documentary on Reels or something about the rhythm of the drumming is like this ancient way of us to connect to our higher self, and that's coming back to that fawn energy, tapping into ancient nature, ancient rules of the natural world, you know. So heed the drum because it's talking about dreaming and journey. Okay. It says, journey towards, um, journey inwards to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path. What did I say with lace going inward, that moon energy, doing the work, the shadow work to go towards your new path? The Fool card. Okay, then follow that guidance. That's the sage energy. Follow the guidance. It says you're very connected to the other. Hold on. Like I said, I got bad eyes. Want to help your girl get some glasses? My Venmo's in the description. You're very connected to the other world at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs. What did I say about cobwebs earlier? Oh my God. Cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. That's the sage energy. The eye looking out and the eye looking in. One looks cloudy. So it has cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. What you have seen in your dreams and inner vision is not imagination, but guidance, particularly if it has been, sorry, I forgot to hold it up. Particularly if it has been coming to you repeatedly and has the potential to become reality. Dreams come true. That's why the fairy godmother is here. Dreams come true. Know it and live it. So whenever I get the fairy godmother, of course, I get the song from Cinderella, right? Dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. And what did I say about the two in the connection? They connect more when they are in a meditative state or in the dream state. Remember, the fairies function on the 4D. It's like in the very dreamy in-between states, okay? I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. This was really cool. I'm glad to have pulled out the fairy deck again. Yeah, this was just an impromptu reading for the weekend. I hope it resonated with you guys. My information is in the description. I'm available for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. My email, Venmo, and Cash App is in the description. So if this resonated with you, I'm so grateful. Until I see you again in the next reading, thanks for sticking with me. Okay, thanks. Bye.